Alright, we're going to look at the foundation plan. This is the assignment we're doing. The overall shape of this is 30 by 20, a little 23 down here in the corner. So we're going to go into Revit, and the number one thing that people do that is incorrect is you don't go to the correct template. You go to the construction template. That is the wrong one. You need to make sure that you are on the residential default template and hitting OK. The way to know if you're in the residential template or not is if you look over here in this window. If you don't see foundation and top of footing, bottom of footing, all these things over here, then you know that you are in the wrong one. I'm going to go to the foundation plan, and I'm going to go wall. And again, it's not a generic wall, it's a foundation wall. So I'm going to use the 10-inch one. I think the assignment said 8-inch, but I'm just going to use the 10-inch one. And I'm going to come in here and go 30. I'm going to come down to 23. I'm going to come over to 15. 3. 15. And up. There is my foundation wall. Now the other one I'm going to be working in is the 3D view. If I go into that 3D view, I should see that my foundation wall is under my first floor. So that's all good. As I'm in the 3D view, I'm going to go ahead and put my footings in. So I'm going to go up to structure, a wall footing, and then it's going to touch all the walls, and it puts in all the footings for the walls. Didn't get to this one over here. I'm not tweaking it right. And now I got footings all the way around my house here. If I can twist it around. Now I don't want to keep working in the 3D view. I just want to keep looking at the 3D view to make sure it looks correct. So I'm going to go back to my foundation view. And the next thing I'm going to do is put a beam in. So I'm going to go to structure, beam. And if I do it in the foundation plan, when I click here and go across, it will automatically be correct then when I go to my 3D view. If I do it in 3D view, you got to mess with a bunch of stuff over at your start and your ends and everything. You don't want to have to do that. So foundation. Now the next thing I need to do is to create a footing and a pole underneath here. So I'm going to go to my wall, and then if I scroll all the way up, there's a 24-inch footing. The thing to do here would be to, the location line is not finished face to the exterior. I want it to be wall center line. So I'm just going to kind of click and drag in a footing here. And then right away I'm going to go to column, architectural column, and I'm going to put in a little beam right there. It said he couldn't see it, is what that little error was. So let me go to the 3D mode. There we are now. Obviously this is not correct. So when I select my footing, I'm going to say, hey, my base constraint is bottom of footing and my top constraint is top of footing. And that looks correct. And then my beam itself then has to be the base level is going to be top of footing, and the top level is the foundation level. And now you got the beam holding up the pole. The beam's kind of going through there. Don't worry about that. We can place in some windows next. So if I go into a window, I'll just grab a little 16-inch window, and then when I put, like one here, one thing I can also, that doesn't necessarily look like a basement window. So if I select that window and I go to edit type, I should be able to make it the size that I want it to be. So like the width is 1'4", that's fine. The height is 2 foot. We're probably only going to go like a little 1-footer. When you hit apply, then you kind of got those little smaller windows that you might see in someone's house. If you had a walkout or something, they could be bigger windows, but for what we're trying to do, it's should be in this scenario here. Alright, really one of the last things we got to do now at this point is to put our dimensions on it. So if we go foundation plan, you see how we got the windows that are showing now. So we go up to annotate, aligned, When I'm going to zoom in here, see how it goes to the center point? I'm going to hit the tab button once. I hit it twice actually, and it went to the outside. I'm hitting the tab button again, goes to the outside. I don't know why it's dinging, but it did. I'm going to hit the tab button again, to there, to there, to there. Keep clicking going down. I actually forgot to locate the beam there. Oop. And hit tab again. Now that scenario is nice. I got everything labeled, but we do need an overall measurement as well. And the overall measurement always goes on the outside, otherwise it intersects all these other lines. Let's place a dimension for the pole. We can go down here as well. I'm going to put the beam in there this time. And then probably one more 23-foot measurement will do it for us. Hold the tab button down again, bam, bam. Alright, now again, when I go to the 3D mode, I shouldn't see any dimensions. I don't want the dimensions on that one, I want the dimensions on this one. This is the one that you would turn in and grade, or I would be looking at for that matter.